All right, hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris, also known as That Home Theater Dude. We are checking out this new space. It's going to be a quick install with Cameron over at Insane AV. He's one of Dreamedia's preferred installers out in the Houston market. So what this is going to be is, I was actually here a couple months ago doing a walkthrough, basically showing you guys gear as well as kind of planning out the install process, because let's face it, a lot of these retro installs, they're not super easy to do because everyone has their space that they want to, make use of, and not every room is a dedicated media room. So this is pretty much that story right here. So what we're going to be doing is showing you guys the full install process, and then we're just going to jump into that in a little bit right after the intro. Okay, so just real quick, I wanted to run through the gear and the space. So we're going to be using the Denon 3700 as the brains. We also have, well, the customer has several other customer supplied units over here. Looks like he has his cable box, his NVIDIA Shield, his HDMI cables. We have the Denon, we have the JVC. This is the RS2000. We have our firmware update, frame adapt update here as well. So if this thing didn't come with it, we'll make sure that it's updated before we leave. So that RS2000, love that one over there. We have the Tributaries Extend 10 meter HDMI cable, that we preferred to use. Tributaries, excellent cabling. We don't have any service calls with any of those things. So over here we have the Strong Projector XL mount. This one holds up to 50 pounds. That one has the click-by-click micro adjustments on it, as well as the Harmony Pro remote here, right on top. So if you remember last time, this was one of the problems that we solved. We swapped out the customer to a Chora from Focal for a center channel. So he already has that over here. And we have the 100 series in-wall LCR5s going on the left and the right, and then the in-ceiling W6s, still 100 series going in the ceiling, and then a couple of these watt box. These are called the Nuggets, as they would be. These protect your subs as well as the projector. Another watt box over here for all of the gear that's going to be plugged in the front, so like the cable box, the Denon, stuff like that. I think that's going to round out what he has over here. Well, over here, what we have is the PB4000s customer supplied, the center channel cabinet, the entertainment stand as it would be. He went ahead and painted this out as well. Looks really nice little focal point of the room. This is where the screen's going to be going. This is the rest of the room. He actually just tore this part down. Over here was the furniture. It's right back here. So it's all stacked up nice. So I think that's it besides the screen. Have the SI screens over here. We're going to be installing this one shortly, 103-inch slate, 1.2, and we'll get going in just a minute. It looks like the gear is already in the house. It's starting to warm up, so we were going to start getting rolling on this job because we'll be crawling in the attic and it could get a little hot. So let's complete the job and update you as we do it. Oh, if you ever wondered what's in your walls, check it out. All this empty space that you could be having for activities. Got the pre-wire here, got a rando pipe over here, and that's it. Nice and done. You guys remember like whenever you were in like kindergarten and the teacher told you not to color outside the lines, and then all you kids would do that? This is the end result that you get whenever you pay attention and you color inside the lines. Everything's nice and precision cut. Nice job. All right, guys, out here on cruise control, smoking and joking, just putting in speakers all willy-nilly. All right, guys, looks like the second speaker is in, that is the left channel as it would be. This is the Focal 100 series. This is the LCR version. As you can see, it kind of has a nice little appearance to it. I've actually heard these things several times and I really enjoy them. You can angle the tweeter here. So if you need to go up, down, left, right, you can do that right there. And we're putting the tweeters at 60 inches over here for the LCRs. Since the in walls are a little different, those are gonna be right back here. So it actually come down a little bit, so that'll help out. So the seating is gonna be right here-ish, so that whenever the customer is enjoying that, he can sit down and really experience everything the way it was supposed to be. So I think the next step is to do the in ceilings and the projection mount. So that stuff's gonna be happening next. I gotta run out and grab these, the in walls, and then I'll bring those back over here in just a minute. All right guys, check it back in. If you've ever done a speaker installation and you're on an exterior wall, check it out. We got the backyard here, and then we have backyard over here. So obviously this is exterior wall. That means that these are gonna be a little more protected against the elements, and it's a little harder to get wires in there. So if this wasn't pre-wired already from your builder, it's gonna be a little bit of a pain to do it afterwards. So we got the ceiling right up here. We have attic space right above it. It's a slope ceiling, so this even compounds the difficulty level to get this job done. But again, nothing's impossible. If you hire the right professionals, it should be pretty easy. But looks like the power and the HDMI are going in back there, and then we have the cutouts over here so far. And just so far that I've seen, it looks like the back Atmos are up already, and the fronts are going to be going in shortly. All right, so let's check this thing out. Looks like this center speaker, or this in-ceiling speaker, just got put in there very simply. All you got to do is cut out your template, make sure that your speakers are connected to your pre-wired locations. If you didn't already have it pre-wired, which it wasn't pre-wired here, so we had to run an additional wiring, then that's another step for it. But other than that, make sure the dog legs are cinched down. It'll sandwich the face of the speaker to the ceiling or the drywall. And then all you got to do is put on your magnetic grill, and that's it. Uno Mosabi?
Two more. This is actually a triple stud. We got lucky here, so we are bolting the crap out of it.
And then once you put the last one in, you gotta say, that ain't going nowhere. It's kind of like one of those famous last words thing.
Yeah,
that ain't going anywhere. Like,
messed it up.
that ain't going anywhere. All right, guys, so this is going to be the end of day one. It looks like there is a ton of progress done already. We'll just pan around counterclockwise. We have the Focal in-wall 100 over here as the surround. The front left and right are in there as well. And all of the wires are terminating right here. This is going to be the home run. There is a little bit of protection done with the subs to protect them from all the rest of the drywall dust that was going on over here. And as well as tomorrow, we're going to start drilling into the wall to mount the screen. So those will stay where they are right now. And pro tip, if you guys have never done this, the customer actually did this, but I do this personally at home too whenever I move around subs, especially the ones with the little feet on the bottom. Let me see if I can just show you guys that. So if you have the feet on the bottom, the little rubber ones, if you push them on carpet, you're going to shear the rubber right off of the bottom of the mount. So it's easier just to put them on cardboard, then you can move it wherever you need to go, and then it's good. So just to keep them out of the way, we left them in front for today, but all the wires are terminating up here, and it looks like they are all terminated with banana plugs, and then they're already toned out, as well as they have their labeling on them. So HDMI up here, and then we have an additional wire for the center speaker channel. Center speaker channel doesn't need to go through the wall. It can if you want it to, but we're just gonna leave that one freestanding, and then I'll finish those banana plugs off tomorrow. Over here, best practices, just work as you go. Have a little trash cans everywhere you go so that you can make the job clean up nice and easy. And then customer supplied his own entertainment stand. And other than that, this speaker over here, there is gonna have to be some drywall repair tomorrow. So it's in Texas. If you guys don't know, it gets hot really easily in the attic. So that's going to be tackled first thing in the morning so that it'll be nice and cool up there. Speaking of attic, the in-ceiling speakers are already in. We got the front row as well as the back row. And then as you guys saw, we have the HDMI run as well as power for the projector. And then we have the projector mount. Obviously there's no projector on there right now, but that will be coming shortly. All right, checking back in with you guys. Looks like the screen is up and assembled. And now, next step is to level the projector right back here. Once this thing gets leveled, then we'll make sure that both these things are driving together. And then other than that, drywall repair, as I promised earlier, looks a little better now. Again, it still has to be painted, and that's basically where we're at for now. So let's continue to finish this off, and then I'll update you in a minute. All right, guys, wrapping up this install video as it would be. Everything is nice and done. Things got a little busy, so the camera decided to go down, but other than that, the projector's in. That thing's aligned with the projection screen. The room is back together with the furniture. We went ahead and got the area all nice and vacuumed up. The front stage is back in there as well. PB4000s, really enjoy those. And then we have the Focal Chora Center and the 103-inch Screen Innovation Slate 1.2 screen Zero Edge Pro. That one's up there. Focal 100s throughout the room. We have the IW6s here, the in-wall LCRs there, and then we have the in-ceiling IC6s up top. So that is the back Atmos, and this is the front Atmos. So that's it. This room came together very well. We already did a couple demos. I am super impressed with the way this thing turned out. And if you guys want anything like this, you can contact my buddies over at Dreamedia. This is That Home Theater Dude, so I'm pretty much just doing this video kind of as a favor for them. So if you guys need anything, we'll leave our information down in the description. That's all I got. Catch you next time.